Hello everybody, this is Natural Science, Unit 3, and we are going to talk about materials, different types of materials, different qualities of materials. So we are going to talk about properties of materials as well, and how to separate different types of materials, mixtures, how to separate mixtures. Okay, let's go. Let's go into the unit. The first thing we are going to talk about materials that we use in our everyday life. For example, if you look in your house or if you look in the classroom, this will be a room in your house. What can you see in your house? Okay, you've got different materials, many materials. For example, we've got paper, we've got brick, we've got glass, we've got metal, we've got wood for the floor, and we've got plastic for the little ball. Let's write down. Paper, brick, glass, metal, wood, and plastic. Okay, those are the main materials that we are going to study. Let's go to the next part. Let's talk about qualities of materials. Materials can have different qualities, and these are the ones that we have studied. Some materials are waterproof. What is waterproof? That if it rains, they don't get wet. For example, an umbrella. An umbrella is waterproof. Some materials are the opposite of waterproof is absorbent. Okay, so a material can be waterproof or can be absorbent, that gets all the water in it. So these would be opposites. Waterproof, absorbent. Then, some materials can float. For example, a float. A float can float. That's obvious. And some materials sink. It means they go down into the water. And they are opposites. Can sink, can float. Some materials are smooth. For example, the glass. For example, a paper is smooth. And here, this part of the kitchen is normally, not always, but normally it's smooth. And some materials are rough. For example, the itchy part of the Velcro, that's rough. And this is rough. Aspero. Okay, so if we match them because they are opposites. So materials can have different characteristics.
We use materials for many things. They can be different and have various properties. Some can be waterproof or absorbent, or smooth or rough. They can also sink or float.
Okay, let's go to another part of the unit. This part is a little bit more difficult. When we have two substances together, we can mix them in two different ways. We can have three different types of substances. Pure substances, for example, sugar, salt, gold, like my ring, silver, like this part of my earrings, this is silver, okay? Those are pure substances. And then you can have mixtures. And there are two types of mixtures. We can have a pure substance like salt here, pure substance like salt, sugar, silver, gold, and many other ones, iron, and then we can have mixtures. If the mixture is one, okay, it's all together, like for example this puree, that you cannot see the ingredients. If you cannot see the ingredients, it's a homogeneous mixture. If you can see the different ingredients, for example in a salad, in a pizza, then it's a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, let's see some examples because this is a little bit difficult. Which is a pure substance, which is a homogeneous mixture, and which is a heterogeneous mixture. Remember, heterogeneous, you see the ingredients. Homogeneous, the ingredients are mixed together, completely mixed. Let's go. We've got sugar. Sugar is a pure substance. Milkshake is a homogeneous mixture because it's brown, because you cannot see the milk and the chocolate is mixed together in a homogeneous mixture. Then we've got gold. Gold is a pure substance. And then you've got this salad. Can you see the tomato, the lettuce, the onion, the chicken? Yes, because it's a heterogeneous mixture. Okay? Listen.
Materials come from pure substances or mixtures.
Or mixture.
In heterogeneous mixtures, we can see different substances. In homogeneous mixtures, it is difficult to see the different substances they are made of. In a heterogeneous mixture, we can see the different substances.
For example, in this heterogeneous mixture, we have two substances, water and oil. So it's a heterogeneous mixture because we see two substances.
Here, the oil floats on the water and doesn't mix with it.
When we have a mixture, we can separate the mixture using different techniques or in different ways. For example, we have evaporation. When do we use evaporation? For example, if you have a solid and a liquid, you put the solid in the heat and the liquid evaporates. It's very useful for separating salt from water. Another way of separating mixtures is distillation. Distillation is when we use this machine to separate, for example, the alcohol from the wine. We can separate using this machine. This is super useful. We use this for spaghetti, we use this for coffee, for making coffee. We use it a lot for cooking. What is it called? It's called filtration. You need a filter and a heterogeneous mixture or a homogeneous mixture, and the mixture goes through the filter and separates the solid part from the liquid part. And the last one, which is the one we did in the classroom, is magnetism. When you have different objects and a magnet, you can separate the metallic objects from the non-metallic objects. Let's watch a little video so that you remember, okay? But remember that we have studied for evaporation, distillation, filtration, and magnetism.
This is the mixture of almonds and raisins. One easy method to separate them is through hand picking. Both almonds and raisins are different in terms of their shapes and colors as well as their texture. We simply
She's going to separate this mixture by hand picking, separating them by hand.
need to pick it up and place them separately. Easy to separate them. This is the mixture of flour and paper clips. One easy.
Okay, which method do you think she's going to use to separate flour and paper clips? Magnetism, very good.
Way to separate them is through magnet. Magnetic attraction is used to separate materials that can be attracted by a magnet.
The metal is going to get stuck into the magnet, and that's why
The clips are separated from the flour.
we call
This
magnetic
is the mixture of
attraction.
black pepper and flour. The best method to separate them is through sieving. It is because you are
Okay, this is filtration, okay? Filtration.
trying to separate fine-sized material and large-sized material. For sieving, we need to use the sieve.
Remember that in the classroom we said that we can call it filtration or sieving. Sieving, because this is called a sieve. And we separate solid,
As you can see, the pepper is already separated from the flour.
to solid, that one is thinner than the
This
other.
is the mixture of crushed tea leaves and water. The best way to separate them is through filtration. This is because one of the substance is heavier than the other.
Okay,
For filtration, we
filtration.
need to use the filter.
Filtration. For spaghetti, you can also use filtration. A liquid and something that is heavier than the liquid or solid.
Look, the tea leaves remain in the filter.
Okay, let's see some examples of different ways of separating mixtures. And we have this picture. What do you think this is? Filtration, very good. What about this? This device, this machine is for distillation. What about this? Okay, this is also filtration for spaghetti and water. What about this? This is evaporation. And this? What is this? Evaporation, distillation, filtration, or magnetism? What do you think? It's again filtration. And this is magnetism. Okay, let's see if you remember the materials these objects are made of. This toy is made of plastic. Very good. The horse is made of, you tell me, glass. The coin is made of metal. The wall is made of brick. The chair is made of wood. And the plane is made of paper. Very good. What do you think this is? This is heterogeneous mixture, because you can see the ingredients. Heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Pure substance is gold. Pure substance. Pure substance, and this I would say is heterogeneous mixture because you can see the ingredients. Okay? What method are they going to use here? Okay, this is going to be evaporation. This is going to be, let's see if you remember, with DDD, distillation. This goes with M, magnetic attraction or magnetism, and this is filtration. And here you've got a filter, so you can see it very well. Filtration. Okay? When we get this type of salt is obtained by evaporation. And when we make petroleum, we use distillation. Is that clear?
Materials are made of pure substances or mixtures. Gold is a pure substance. Mixtures can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. In homogeneous mixtures, it is difficult to see the substances that make the mixture. In heterogeneous mixtures, the substances are easy to distinguish. We can separate substances from mixtures in many ways: by evaporation, distillation, filtration, or magnetism.
And this is the end of Natural Science Year 2, Unit 3. Bye-bye.